What's the need to know here, specifically on TSMC in China?
Well, this adds yet another speed bump for TSMC and its suppliers in trying to bring equipment, chemicals, and other things that they need for this facility in Nanjing. It is not a major portion of TSMC's overall manufacturing picture. It accounts for a relatively small fraction of the company's revenue, and yet it is symbolically significant because the move mirrors what the U.S. government announced on Friday, and that is that Samsung and SK Hynix would face similar restrictions on their facilities in China going forward. All of this takes effect at the end of the year. They have until December 31st before these new restrictions snap back into effect. What happened in essence, Ed, is that the companies lost what is considered really a blanket waiver, a validated end-user agreement that they were trusted to be able to ship goods and material into those manufacturing facilities in China for chip making. That's ending, and it's part of the U.S. government's broader effort to restrict China's access, even if it's foreign companies making things inside China, to restrict access by China overall to advanced technology.
So, Mike, an additional 1,000 or so licenses are going to have to be processed every single year by U.S. officials. But who does that hamper? Who is the supplier here? Is it I think of ASML in Europe. Is that the knock-on effect we see here?
Well, we could see a knock-on effect on those. We looked into the supplier question at the end of last week, and it will be a little bit of a drag. It's unclear which companies will be affected because it's not just ASML. It's even the chemical makers and other kinds of suppliers that may face some of those speed bumps. Now, as I mentioned, the facility that TSMC is operating in Nanjing, it is an older grade technology there. It's 16 nanometer chip technology that has been out in the market, Carol, for really a decade. So it may not be the most cutting edge of material, but what we're looking at overall is going to be some delays. This adds, as you noted, 1,000 more permits that may need to be in the pipeline and approved by a government that is really under strain here in Washington from staffing and budget cuts, and may not be as enthusiastic about issuing those kinds of approvals. We did see at the end of last week with the Samsung and SK Hynix announcement an indication from the Commerce Department that, look, these approvals are not going to go to any sort of equipment or other supplies that may be used to upgrade or expand capacity at those facilities. So they are interested in keeping things where they are rather than allowing expansion or improvement in technology at those plants.